return from executive session.
Move for approval to return from executive session.
Donna seconds.
Yes, thank you. I second.
Call roll, please.
Dr. Schutz, he left about 5:30. Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Statement of executive session minute. The Board of Education went into executive session at 5:20 p.m. Members present included Kent Jester, President; Donna Ronio, Vice President; Helena John, Member; Dr. George Schutz, Member, who left at 5:32. Items discussed included authorized by 25 OS Section 307B1 of the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act, the employing, promoting, or receiving resignations of individuals certified and support salaried personnel listed on pages 75 through 78, so the board can return to open session and vote to take action on personnel transactions listed on those pages of the agenda. B, the selection of grants director. C, the selection of student assessment specialist. And D, the selection of assistant principal at Eisenhower High School. During the executive session, the board discussed these items and no other items, and no action was taken. The board returned to open session at 5:35 p.m. This constitutes the minutes of the executive session. Superintendent's personnel report.
Thank you, Mr. Jester. On item 13 for the superintendent's personnel report, on item A, I'm going to ask the board to vote to approve the employing, promoting, disciplining, or receiving of resignations of individual certified and support salaried personnel as listed on pages 75 through 78.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Sharon? I'm sorry, Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
I'm going to ask the board to vote to approve the selection of grants director, and for this position will be Mr. Lance Gibbs.
Move for approval.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
For item C, I'm going to ask the board to vote to approve the selection of a student assessment specialist and Mr. Anthony Hooper.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
And for item D, to vote to approve the selection of assistant principal at Eisenhower High School, Mrs. Mary, help me with the Styron.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes. Item 14, consideration of new business. Item 15, our next regular board meeting date is Thursday, September 19th here. Do we need to set any other board meeting dates? Not aware of. Any board announcements?
Y'all missed a good conference.
Oh, we did, yes.
Yes.
You have anything to
I'm
report?
rubbing it in. Yes, I have one thing to report. We only had one vote instead of two at delegate assembly.
I have a very good excuse. My son was getting married in Kansas City. And then I also have a son who is a Lawton graduate. He just had his white coat ceremony for OU Med School. So,
Fantastic.
good news.
Really?
Good announcements. Thanks for leading me into that.
I don't have any excuses like that.
I want him to come back to Lawton to practice. Trust me. I want my grandchildren to be here, so we'll see.
All items. I will try to make them very quickly. First, if you'll notice here, you have before you an item is called 9 Essential Elements, and there's a second page that mentions element 7 for leadership. We started a practice. We've had one dry run so far as a district. What this is we're calling them site celebrations, anywhere from once to twice a month, a total of 14 times over the school year. Shoemaker staff, all the district administrators and above, executive directors, etc., we meet and we go out and we descend upon sites. We've got a rotation schedule. Each site will be hit at least twice a year, some more than that. But what we do is we go into the sites and we look for specific things. Each month at the beginning board meeting, I will give you the element that we're focusing on for that month. All of the elements will come from Marzano's 9 essential elements, and if you're a teacher, you're very, very familiar with them. And very simply, we're going to go into the sites and we're looking for ways and opportunities to celebrate leadership in our sites this month. Now, on September 18th, we'll have our second meeting, our second site celebration visit. I believe I sent out a kind of a synopsis of our previous one. Each of the principals will receive one of these either tonight or in the morning. Everybody will know what it is, when it is, and what we're looking for. The purpose is just to celebrate the good things going on in the districts and give our teachers, principals, and staff a pat on the back because they're really doing an amazing job. So. Any questions on that?
I would say, though, that I've had feedback from the concept of having people from Shoemaker show up at the sites, and very positive comments on that.
Of emails as well. The second thing is, if I think some of you were there, we had a visit where we kind of packed City Hall at a recent City Council meeting, and I counted at least 150 to 160 LPS supporters there, and we came simply for one reason, is to present a report to the City Council on the sales tax initiative from 2009, and just to say thank you. And I want you to know LPS was represented very well, and I believe the council heard a resounding thank you from our school and community. So I'd like to thank the...
Sounded like it on television.
Good. Yes. PowerPoint. I've got a copy out to all of you, and I'm sharing a copy of the PowerPoint tomorrow with the council members.
See it.
No, they did not.
Yeah.
And then very last thing is I want to thank Mr. Phil Kennedy for helping. We thank Sodexo for donating to the foyer in the superintendent's office. Mr. Phil Kennedy also donated, and you enjoyed sitting in the new furniture. Again, it's a blessing to have people in the community support us. So that concludes my announcements.
Very good.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Ronio?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.